One more responsibility that I had given her was to neither call me up after 10 p.m. nor talk to me if at all I happened to call her up after that time. The reason was that the cat exam was close and I wanted to devote 3-4 hours to a day for preparation. So we took a vow, albeit reluctantly. Till the cat is over, we will not talk to each other after 10 p.m., I said. And this rule only be allowed on weekdays, she added her clause, reasoning that on weekend we have surplus time to prepare and didn't need to make our lives tougher by not talking to each other. Okay, Baba, now repeat after me, I said. In the name of God, I, Ravin. I paused for her to repeat after me. In the name of God, my Shona, and I, Kushi, and I felt so good for the reason that she says my Shona in her statement. Inside, I felt like kissing her on more time for this small but wonderful thing she often did for me. Outside, I went ahead with my vow. Take a vow that Take a vow that we will not call each other on weekday after 10 p.m. unless there is some kind of emergency. We will not call each other on weekdays after 10 p.m. unless there is some kind of emergency. And even if there is no emergency, but somehow I am not able to sleep, I will only call you for 5 minutes. She added another clause to the vow. What is this? I asked and laughed, not being able to hold my love for her. I kissed her one after another. Those kisses flew all the way to her place, bypassing so many mobile towers and satellites. Kushi made me enjoy every moment of my life, the good, the bad, the challenging. She made them all simply wonderful. The first week, it was quite tough to abide by our vow, but somehow we managed. The truth was that because of the vow, the urge to talk to each other, especially after 10 at night, increased even more. It is human tendency to desire what is prohibited, and during our morning calls, we realized the night was such a beautiful time to talk to each other. Talking at night used to be romantic, na? She asked in her cute, innocent voice on morning. I miss her so much. This decision make me feel I have struck my foot with an axe. By mistake, I said. No dear, it's not like you have struck your foot with an axe. She started politely, then suddenly she shouted. Rather, your foot wanted to lick the axe and willingly you jumped on a sharpened one. That to barefoot. Now enjoy your wounds. She was foaming. But nothing could be done. Promises are meant to be kept, and we both knew we had to keep this one. Soon, the weekend night came, and we were desperate to talk to each other. Night, night is really beautiful time to talk. For lovebirds, parents are sleeping by then. Siblings understood why they should not disturb you, and you, holding your phone, you are alone in your bedroom, laying on your cozy bed in your shorts and comfortable t-shirt with the light dimmed, which means you are completely with the person you are talking to. Hi, Shona, she said. There was something different in her eye. That night, something passionate, something I had rarely felt before. Hi, honey, I responded calmly, and we began talking. I remember how good we felt talking to each other at night after so long, though it had just been a week. A little later, she was telling me about her friend's engagement, and in a short while, she was talking about our engagement. Would be like, the engagement will be at our premises, and I will be wearing a sari that evening. You know why? 'Cause I look stunning in a sari. She answered her question before I could. Aha! Chalo, in that case, I want to see my Shonimuni in a shari that evening. It will be one of the best evening of my life. I will be standing beside my fiance, aimed so many people. I can touch you, hold your hand in front of everyone, and nobody will say anything, she said. I am dying for that evening to come, that I will hold your hand and we will dance to the music in front of everyone. I want my friends to be jealous because I possess you, I said, dreaming of that day soon to come. And in everyone's presence, our eyes will be talking to each other. Those unsaid words which will be heard very clearly by them. When you will look into my eyes, you will understand what I am feeling that very moment gazing at you. And when the people will be busy helping themselves to the food, my eyes will ask you to come upstairs to the terrace, and I will make my way to the staircase and hand upwards, and my eyes will tell you to go on ahead. And at the first opportunity, I will soon escape, saying, I have to go to washroom, she said in the girlish, mischievous tone. I will be on the terrace standing just behind the door where the staircase to the terrace ends. You will hear my anklets, my bangles tinkling as I come up at the stairs to the dark terrace, she said slowly. But you won't know that I am standing behind the door, I whispered. But I will push the door and go straight ahead. She too started whispering. The moment you go 2 steps ahead, I will grab you from behind. I don't know what was happening to us. Was it the fruit of spending those weekends without talking to each other or something else? Outside, it had started raining, adding to the sensation of the moment. I could hear the rain spattering on the ground, and cold breeze blew open the window and came into my room that night. Shona, she cried my name with pleasure, and grabbing you from behind, I will take you and lock you in my arms. I closed my eyes, and maybe she did the same when she said, Shona. Again, very slowly, full of love, taking a deep breath. And with my hand, I will bring your long hair in front of your left shoulder, and I will bring my face very close to your neck on the right, with my other hand playing on your bare waist. I tried to keep my emotions in check because I did not want to scare my sweetheart too much so early. She didn't say anything for a while, but our breaths were getting louder. My own heart was pounding inside me with pleasure. And then she finally asked. I understood her state of mind, the ripples, the throes and crusts in her heart, but above all, she wanted to enjoy the moment with me. And I answered her, and then you will feel my lips behind your right ear on your neck. Hmm, she murmured, breathing heavily. I am feeling something so different at this moment. Are you? I asked her very silently. Yes, something very different. What are you feeling? With you in my arms, I am able to smell the cologne that you are wearing on your sweet feminine fragrance. I felt my lip kissing your shoulder and going down your back, licking the slightest sweat, adhering to you. But this time, even my voice has started shaking. I asked her, "Tell me, what are you feeling?" "I feel." She was struggling to complete her sentence, and I could still hear her breath loud and clear. She hesitated. I waited. I I feel. She paused and then tried again. "I feel as if you are hypnotizing me, casting a magic spell that I don't want to come out of." She was breathing faster now, shivering. Her passionate voice was simulating me farther. "Now my other hand is moving on your waist." And then I paused. "And then," she insisted I go on. "And then all of a sudden it has started raining. I brought the rain from outside my window into our sweet dreams." And then, very slowly, I whisper, "And then I have turned you towards me. We are wet from the rain. I am watching you in your wet sari, which is sticking to your body. I was seeing the raindrops falling on your forehead, running down your nose, and hanging on your lips for a while before running further down your body. Started strands of your wet hair are clawed to your neck." And then she started whispering again, "You are looking down somewhere on my shirt, too shy to look into my eyes. I am raising your chin to help you look into and read my eyes, which are staring at you." And then she was hardly able to speak any more and was losing her words. With our hands tilted slightly, my lips felt the raindrops sticking to your lips, swallowing them further, discovering the softness of your lips, and the passionate kiss which I described to her lasted for quite a while. That was the first time I felt she allowed me to cross a few boundaries miles apart from each other. We felt each other every shivers of the moment. We were lost in each other when suddenly she turned mischievously. "Hey, people down there will be looking for us. I have to rush before my parents come upstairs searching for me," she shouted. I wonder how she collected her energy, and more than that, how she remembered the fake people in the fake rain on the fake engagement night. Though it was to come true in few months. Ugh, the people down there will be happy with the food. I tried to convince her. "Nah, please, come on, dear. Now open your arms. We have to go and change our clothes before they see us," she urged, laughing at the virtual reality we were in. "Okay, but on one condition." "And what's that?" "I want to see you while you change." "Oh हो, तुमने उंगली क्या पकड़ी? तुम तो पूरा हाथ पकड़ने चाहते हो। ज्यादा गलतफहमियां मत पालो," she warned me with a little laugh. "हाथ पकड़ना? Not just the hand. I want to hold all of you, I responded. I tried hard to convince her, but she didn't allow me, even though it was only make believe. That night we slept quite late. No, it was a night. I guess it was close to sunrise when we finally hung up. I stared at my cell phone and, rising from my bed, I walked to the window. I noticed that the rain had stopped by then. I was tired and hungry, so I picked up an apple from the kitchen and, munching on it, I lay down on my bed. Then I went over our conversation again, over all that had happened, every details. I don't know when I fell asleep and started dreaming. The next morning was beautiful, with the sun rays bouncing into my room through the window. The mornings after a rain night are really pleasant, with my eyes partially open. I smiled to myself, recalling the previous night. I managed to pull myself up, sat on the bed, and turned to myself in the mirror, still smiling. Then I asked my reflection, still in a hangover, huh? And what a night it was. If a hypothetical kiss could give me so much pleasure, what would a practical one be like? I wondered. Then I decided to call her up to tease her for all she ended up doing the night before. She picked up the phone in her sleep and asked, "मेरा baby उठ गया?" Ah, you kill me when you talk so sweet. Really? Hmm. But I'm still sleepy and want to return to my dream again, she said. Mischievously, I shouted at her. Sleep? I am here to wake you up. Do you even remember what all we said to a guy last night? I mean, I wonder how you could be so open and bold, forcing to me say all that. You know, I was struggling to get over that embarrassment. I never thought you would cross all the boundaries, senses, ethical values. I had not yet finished my speech when she woke up completely and shouted back at me, "Hey, hey, hey, you guys, how canny you are! My god, all you boys are alike." The lines you said just now should be mine actually. You stole my lines just because I was sleepy. You crossed all the boundaries and pulled me to the other side as well. How could you do that? You guys play so smart with innocent girls like me. Hey, I said, interrupting, trying to calm her down, but she kept going like an opposition party is representing on NDTV's big fight. All you guys are like chameleons, changing your color with when required. You and I was trying to recall when I had heard about chameleon. Probably in biology, was it some kind of flower which changed color at night and returned to its original color in the morning? I think it was something else. I think it was something else. I wasn't that good at bio. Keeping the chameleon at bay, I tried interrupting him. Acha Baba, listen to me. And only you boys want to talk like this. We girls never. She was not through yet. Hey Khushi, I said. But she was completely ignoring me. And yet, know what? All you boys. Okay, enough, I shouted. You know what? The half an hour last night is so precious to me that I am ready to die 100 deaths to enjoy that again with you. And just you. This time she heard every word loud and clear. I continued because it was so sweet, so loving, and so beautiful. And I am so happy that you trust me enough to allow me to to get so close to you. And I want to say that I love you so much. And she melted like an ice cream in summer. Sachi? Her innocent sweet voice was calm now. Machi, I will wait for our engagement evening to come true this way. Just make sure that you don't put on a lot of lipstick. Shut up, she said shyly. All day I waited for the confirmation of news which would have been good if it had been at another time. Unfortunately, I got the confirmation and I had to tell her and my family too. I wondered if she would be happy when she find out or sad. Still, without thinking any further, I called her up to tell her. When she did not pick her phone, I got back to my studies 5 minutes later. I heard the cell phone ringing. I could see her name flashing on the screen. I picked up the phone and said, "Hi John," very romantically, with a small kiss. Hi. Damn, it was Niru, her younger sister. What a blunder. What should I say now? Should I talk or just disconnect? I was panicking with the kind of image I had projected to a family. That first line would have been a shock for me. "How are you?" Niru asked me, breaking the silence. "Mm, I'm fine. How are you? And how come you called up from a cell?" I asked, scratching my head and wondering whether she hadn't heard my previous lines because of some chamatkar or due to some fault in the phone or the network. "I'm fine. Actually, Khushi was in the washroom and I was about to take your call when the ring stopped. So I dialed the missed call number. Well, here she is back in the room and now she is struggling with me to snatch the cell phone." And a voice faded in the background. Finally, Khushi said, Hello?" Defending herself from her sister's punches. Niru wanted to talk to me, and I was probably the only time when I felt uncomfortable talking to her just because of the way the call started. "Hey, thank God you came," I said to her. "Shona, ek minute." She paused. With that sentence, I heard something which Niru was trying to tell her at the other end. That 1 minute lasted for 5 minutes, and I realized how wrong I was to think of any chamatkar. "What?" Khushi joined, amazed, and laughed crazily. "Haan, meri jaan." Neeru shouted from behind and joined her sister's laughter. Oh my god. But Khushi didn't come to my defense. Rather, she joined her sister in celebrating the moment. Damn, I thought. Her little sister talked to me as if she didn't hear anything, and look at her now. Girls, I now remember what a chameleon was, and though the analogy suits girls even better, they change colors so fast. So that was how I became a joke for the two sisters. I almost forget the reason I had called her when Khushi came back at the last, taking a break from her laughter. Yeah, tell me now. She's gone to another room. Your sister is so cutting. She behaved as if she did not hear anything. After all, she is my sister. Now I won't be able to face her for the next few days. Oh, come on. After all, you are her Jiju. And such things keep happening between Jiju and Sally. But the next time I won't be with romantic lines unless I make sure it is you on phone. Okay, babe. Now tell me, what were you going to say? After a small pause, I said in a single go, I need to go to the US for 4 weeks for my project. What? Actually, it was more like, what? A single word with 1,000 thoughts running through it, all in different direction. Yes. Why so suddenly? She asked impatiently. I knew that this thing was in the pipeline, but I was trying to avert it for the cat in November. There isn't any escape from this now. But you can make any high priority excuse, right? But it's going to matter for my career too, dear. Listen, please don't get angry. At this point, I am little confused about how I will do this. I mean, leaving the IMS classes, the mock test, I need your support. IMS? Mock test? Career? You remember everything. But what about me? Busy in our office, career, and IMS classes. We have not even seen each other yet. Ours is such a different story, and knowing you saying you're going to the States, she's about to cry. Hey, but I have something to cheer you up. What is it? I will be boarding my plane from New Delhi. I will take a day leave so that I can spend an entire day with you. Well, finally be seeing each other. Isn't that something to cheer you up about? Part 3 has also ended. Thank you for listening. Wait for the next part. See you soon.